An Albany area assemblyman says when a utility company like National Grid wants to raise rates, lawmakers should have a say, not just a panel of commissioners with the Public Service Commission. Tonight, 7 News reporter Mark Mason Jr. tells us more about the assemblyman's idea and how local state representatives are critical of this man who came up with the bill.
National Grid bills, they're going up next month, on average by $22, a rate hike approved by the Public Service Commission last week. Assemblyman Angelo Santa Barbara of the Amsterdam area doesn't think a panel of 7 people should have the ultimate say in rate increases and is drafting legislation to allow a 60-day window for Albany to review approved rate hikes. It would give the state the power to reverse approvals. Now, while the idea may sound good, North Country Assemblyman Scott Gray says the man proposing the solution helped create the problem.
When you get a Democrat like Angelo that's proposing a bill like this, these are all positive effects that have to take place in order to make a course correction on the CLCPA.
The CLCPA is the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act, the state's new environmental standard which prioritizes clean ways to produce electricity, transitioning away from natural gas. It wants the electricity grid to be 100% zero carbon by 2040.
You know, when you take a look at India and China, with 31% of the carbon that comes from those countries, and then look at less than 1% in New York, I think it's not unrealistic to put the consumers in New York in that kind of a position to try to get to zero emissions.
The lawmakers say the state's clean energy goals are a main reason for the National Grid rate hikes, and that energy policy was co-sponsored by Assemblyman Santa Barbara, the man who now wants the state to have a say in utility rate hikes.
I mean, the sponsor of this bill, Assemblyman Santa Barbara, was a co-sponsor of the CLCPA in New York. That is the biggest piece of legislation and the reason why your bills have so dramatically increased.
Senator Dan Steck tells 7 News, quote, "While I appreciate the Assemblyman's efforts here, the fact is these hikes are a direct result of years' worth of bad policy. Policies such as these have real-world results, higher prices for consumers." Back in 2019, Santa Barbara says he co-sponsored the CLCPA bill to safeguard public health and promote environmental sustainability. Mark Mason Jr., 7 News.